My aunt messaged me. She said, I found a bunch of your Mema's recipes, and she sent me some pictures. And it's been a contention in my house since my wife and I got married that I like pie, not cake. So when I found the apple cake recipe, you can imagine, I was like, oh, that's a great compromise. That's something that my whole family can get behind. It's my favorite pie in a cake. As you know, with baking, everything is precise. So I've got everything pre-measured out. We've got our flour, our salt, our baking soda, and our baking powder in here, our cinnamon and nutmeg. We've got our brown sugar and our white sugar in there as well. We're gonna whisk that to incorporate. Now, I'll be honest, I did change my grandmother's recipe a little bit. It called for 1.5 cups of oil, and that's not what I'm about. For our wet mix, I've got our Greek yogurt in there, vanilla extract, our eggs go in, that melted butter in. Make sure it's cooled down. You don't wanna cook your eggs. And then we just whisk to incorporate. Then we're just gonna fold our dry mix into our wet mix. I am not a baker. Once we get that incorporated, we're gonna fold in our apples. But Mema says to grease the pan and then put parchment paper down. So we're gonna follow her directions and kind of do that. If you know why we do that, help me out in the comments. And then we just take our cake batter. Just why I don't bake is there's so many rules. I don't like rules. In honor of Mema, here we are. Maybe I'm overthinking this a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing here, but my grandmother sure did, and I'm gonna trust her. And we're going right in the oven with that. I didn't have any ground cloves, so we're gonna use a mortar and pestle. Once your butter gets nice and melty, a little bit brown, put our maple syrup in, vanilla extract, all of our brown sugar and spices, salt and clove. We're gonna do a couple pinches of that. And then finally, we're gonna take the zest of an orange. I should have said mandarin orange. I think I got in trouble for that last time. Oh, that smells amazing. And then we will let that cool. Once our cake is done, we'll bring it out and make our cocktail. Our apple cake is out. It looks amazing. It's piping hot. We're gonna make our hot buttered rum. We've got 2 ounces of spiced rum, hot butter that we made. We've had it in the fridge. We're gonna take about 3/4 of a tablespoon of that right into the mix. We're gonna add 4 ounces of hot water. If you remember that salt and clove mixture we made for the butter, we're gonna put just a sprinkling of that in there. There it is, my Mema's Southern Tea Time. We've got our apple cake and our hot buttered rum cocktail. Let's try this apple cake. Sweet, got some spice to it. The apples are cooked, but they still have a little bit of bite to them. That is forkin' delicious. Cheers.